want to make 25K a month in your coaching or consulting business. Hustling possibly got you to 10K a month, but having a digital ecosystem is exactly how you can scale your business past 25K and beyond. But the problem is 90% of you think that it's hard to get clients, that you need to go viral, and you need to work extremely hard every single day to grow your business. But what if I told you that it's completely bullshit? And no, there's no magic pill, nothing great comes easy, and you don't need to go viral or using any fancy sales funnels with money-back guarantees or fake promises. As you probably have felt in your own business, time has changed, and time is changing really fast, especially in the digital world. And yes, most strategies will actually work, but only for a very short period of time, simply because they're built on external factors like going viral or chasing fancy trends in the marketplace. So when you're building your entire business on a short term and a quick fix, you're actually playing to lose. It's like trying to sail a sinking boat just by raising a bigger sail and hoping to go faster, or walking in a desert and drinking salt water just to hope that it will end your thirst. Because the truth is, it's not gonna work. Instead, you want to build your business on timeless strategies and principles that's been standing the test of time and will also last in the future. Instead of chasing trends, what you want to be doing is building a system that attracts the tens inside your business. The only way to do that is by building a strategy and your business and your entire philosophy on human psychology. People buy from people that we like, know, and trust. But most importantly, we buy from people that we believe can get us the best results. So you need to reverse engineer your approach and know exactly what you're dealing with before you do anything at all. I've built a 6-figure hybrid business myself and help clients build multiple 7-figure coaching businesses where we deal with humans on a daily basis, simply because we implement human psychology in the approach that we use. But it hasn't always been like that. So now you have two choices. You can either try to do everything yourself and see what works and do all the failures and do all the mistakes. Or you can watch this video where I'll go over exactly the roadmap, how I help coaches get to 50K a month without actually copying my mistakes that I did throughout my journey. If you're serious about scaling your business without actually wasting time, because time is the most valuable thing in the entire world, then what you can do is like and subscribe, because then I know you're serious about actually scaling your business and helping more people and create a bigger impact without hustling or chasing people or using a fake scarcity. So if you want to scale your business, you need to understand your niche and the marketplace. But the number one mistake that I see in this coaching space is that people, they try to actually appeal to everyone and they don't know exactly their marketplace they're dealing with, because they want to help everyone and they feel like if they say no to someone, they're actually excluding people. But the problem is, you can't help everyone, because then you end up helping no one. So it's really important that you actually build a strategy and a business where you focus on a specific niche with a specific problem that you can solve. Because the consequence of not doing that is that no one will resonate with you, no one knows that you're actually talking to them, and no one will buy from you. So the first step you need to do is that you need to define the transformation you deliver. And how do you do that? First of all, you identify yourself. What are you passionate about? What do you find joyful? What are you confident in? What do you have competence in? What are you really good at? What transformation have you gone through yourself and can help others do the same? Once that is done, you need to search inside niches like health, wealth, love, and happiness, because those 4 niches, they're evergreen, which means you can literally never run out of business, because everyone wants health, wealth, love, and everyone wants to be happy. So these are a very good place to start, because the result of doing that is that you don't chase random leads, you don't help the wrong person, you actually appeal to people who love what you do and truly need your help and are ready to take action. Because look at my client Alex, he went from literally having an idea to now having a 7-figure business simply because he identified that people don't know how to actually make more money and they don't know how to invest their money. So he helps people do that. The path to a very successful coaching business is of course by having a really good offer, because If you have a bad offer, no one will buy from you. But the number one mistake that I see when people try to build their offer is that it's built on hopes and prayers and exactly what they think will sell, and not having any data or raw feedback from the actual market they're dealing with. And the second biggest mistake is that they are actually selling themselves too cheap, because they think if you're just the cheapest solution, people will always buy from you. But they couldn't be more wrong. Because the problem is, when you build a low ticket offer that is cheap, you also attract people who are not committed, because there's not really an investment financially into making and delivering the desired transformation. And you end up with having very low profit, no money for ads, no money for yourself, and you're struggling financially. And it feels like a nightmare to you, because then you end up working harder for no money, and the people that you work with, they're not committed, they're not seeing any results. They want refunds, so you actually end up having more stress in your life than not having an actual offer in your business. Simply because the business feels like a hamster wheel where you just have to run faster and faster and faster, but you're not going anywhere. The way to actually solve this problem is by having an offer that delivers a transformation. People don't buy information anymore, they buy a transformation, how they go from A to B, and then you need to have multiple deliverables that delivers the same outcome. That could be a done-for-you offer, a done-with-you offer, and a do-it-yourself offer. The high ticket, mid ticket, and low ticket, because then you can appeal to more people, help more people, and have more cash in your business. Because the result of having a very good offer that delivers a transformation in multiple deliverables is that you get happy clients, you get more testimonials, a better reputation, you get more referrals, and people also renew the partnership with you, which means that you don't have to always chase new clients to grow the business. You can simply just focus on the clients that you already have, because they stay longer in your business and they give you more clients over time. So this is actually a really powerful way to grow your business without actually hustling or chasing new clients all the time. This transformational offer helped my clients sell more than $70,000 worth of coaching packages. Not only that, he also helped multiple hundred people deliver that transformation, and more than 70 people renewed the partnership because it was so good. The third mistake that I see the most is that people truly believe they need a complex sales funnels with money back guarantees and fake promises to actually scale their coaching or consulting business. But that couldn't be more wrong, because the problem is time has changed. People don't want more information, they want a transformation, and they're tired of sales funnels, they're tired of manipulation, because they have seen it all. What they truly want is someone that they can trust, someone that they can see themselves in, and they want to be treated like human beings, because that's exactly what they are. And these sales funnels, they're focusing on the buy or die mentality, because if you don't buy right now, you're never gonna buy in the future. That's the philosophy they're built on. And it actually burns your money, but it also burns leads, which means that you're not gonna make money long term, and it's ultra short term. It's like drinking salt water. Yes, you make a few sales here and there, but it's not gonna actually solve the real problem in your business. So instead of building sales funnel, what you can do is building a digital ecosystem. On average, it takes 13 hours of content every 13th month to convert a stranger into a loyal, high-paying client, which means that it takes a long time to convert people into buyers. But that's just a good thing, because once you know it, then you can start building trust with people. And instead of chasing them, it's about connecting with people. Let them know that you can actually help them, and let them be part of something bigger. Let them be inspired of what you do instead of being told what they need to do. So here's how you do it. First of all, you need short form content to build trust and remind people who you are and what you stand for. And then we have long form content, which is where you really build the trust, and that is where people really dive into who you are as a person and spend a lot of time with you. That could be YouTube. That is super powerful, because ultimately you're using the organic content without any call to actions or anything to feed the paid engine, which means that once you use ads to invite people into your ecosystem, where you have a call to action to follow for more tips, because then we invite people into the ecosystem. Then you have the organic content where people can build trust, be familiar with you, and really get invited into your world and your way of thinking. And what you can do is reach out to people who have engaged with your content, people who follow you, people who have shown interest, and start conversations. See where people are in their journey. Some people, they're really ready to take action, and some people just want more information. And then you can send them some more information if they like that, or if they're ready to take action and work with you. Cool, then you book them in on a call, because that's how the ecosystem works. It's not about what works right now and how we can make a sale today. It's about a very long-term strategy. And the good thing about it is that you build your personal brand, you get more followers. So if you want to go into different business later on, you have had so many thousands of people into your ecosystem who still follow you because of who you are as a person. So you can sell anything to them and they will love you for that. Just like we see with big personal brands like Cristiano Ronaldo, Conor McGregor, Logan Paul, and all these big names, Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, all these big brands, they can sell anything and they will sell out because people love them for them. And the result of you having a digital ecosystem instead of a sales funnel is that you get qualified followers who love what you do. You start real conversations. You don't burn off leads or your hard-earned money, but you can actually scale your business without actually investing a lot of money into ads because it's super profitable. And people feel respected, people feel like human beings, and they like what you do. That's exactly how I have built a six-figure business and helped my clients make more than $5 million in sales, simply because we connect with people, we see where people are on their journey, and if we can help them, we book them in on a call. And now the number 4 mistake that I have seen throughout my journey of scaling coaches is that the ability to do everything yourself. So what you want to be doing is that you need to buy back your time. And the problem is most coaches and consultants, they think they can do everything themselves. They're too proud to delegate tasks that doesn't bring them joy, money, or even actually predictability in their business. They want to do everything by themselves. You're probably handling ads, content, copywriting, the entire sales process. You also probably take sales call yourself, the only person to coach people or deliver the service, which means you end up having 15-hour workdays, constant stress, feeling like a sprint. You're exhausted. Maybe you can't even sleep at night because you have so many tasks to focus on. You're all over the place and you're still struggling. Why? You're not scaling your business. Hard work, it's not going to scale your business. Results doesn't really care about you working hard. It doesn't really care about you doing everything yourself. Results come from doing the right thing over and over again for a long period of time and be consistent with it. So what you want to be doing is that you need to buy back your time simply by outsourcing tasks that doesn't bring you joy, revenue, or even more time with the people that you really care about. Let others do what you're not good at. Allow to give people responsibility and actually delegate the tasks so you can only focus on what you're really good at, and everything else is taken care of experts who are really good at things that you're not good at. Because then you can literally scale your business, see great results without actually working harder. You're just making more money and you're having more time available. That's exactly how one of my clients went from chasing leads in the streets of Copenhagen without having any sales at all to now having a 7-figure business, traveling around the world, spending time with his daughter whenever he likes to, and delivering an incredible service for his clients, helping more than 200 people worldwide to literally deliver a desired transformation that changed their life forever, simply because he bought back his time. The number 5th mistake that I have seen throughout my journey of scaling coaches and consultants is that they don't know their numbers. Because 90% of all businesses, they don't track their numbers. They only track the revenue that they get. But then they're still struggling and wondering why they're still going broke. The problem is they don't even know the lifetime value per client. They don't even know where the clients come from. They don't even track profit. They don't even track how much they're spending to acquire a new client or a customer. Everything becomes hopes and prayers, which is not a very reliable strategy to scale your business on. So what they actually end up doing is that they make decisions based on emotions and what they feel, and not about the numbers in the business. Because the truth is, if you're not tracking, you are slacking. And words lie, everything can be manipulated except from numbers. So if you know the numbers, the real numbers in your business, you know exactly the math that it takes to actually scale your business. Everything is math when it comes to business. So once you know the numbers, you also know exactly the numbers you need to deal with and focus on to scale your business. Because if you don't do that, you're basically gambling with your money, hoping that you will succeed. And that is literally gambling that we do on games or any other place. We don't want to do that. That's not how business and wealth is created. So what you want to track is the content performance, how many views you get. You want to track your ads, how many followers you get, how much money you spend, how much money you make. What do you actually pay for a sales call? What do you pay to acquire a client? What's the closing rate? You need to track the lifetime value per client in your business. It's not just enough to know the revenue and what they pay upfront on the call. You also need to know over the entire lifetime, how much do my clients actually pay me? You need to know the sales cycle in your business, the entire lifespan that it takes to convert a stranger into a loyal, high-paying client. Because once you do that, everything becomes predictable. Because you know, on average, it takes more than 3 months to convert a stranger into a client. And then you're not stressing or worrying about not making a sale by the end of 24 hours. But tracking is not just about revenue or profit or lifetime value. You also need to track how the clients in your business are actually feeling. You need to track their emotions. What emotions are they going throughout the transformation you deliver? Because these emotions are exactly what you can use in marketing to literally call out the target audience so deep, and you need to know them so well and know the problems they're dealing with that they don't even tell the husband or the wife. And what you also need to be doing is implement the feedback loop. You need feedback from your clients, so how you can actually optimize the product and make it better, because your clients and the market is exactly what you need to learn from to actually build your business. It doesn't matter what you think works. The only thing that matters is what people who actually pay for your service, what they think about what you do and how they think it can be better, how can it be faster, is there anything you need to do more of or less? Because then you have the final product that is so good that it sells itself. And the result of that is that you have a predictable, dependable and highly scalable business, because you know all the numbers it takes to achieve your goal. And you also get happy clients because you're actually listening to them. You're building the product based on what they think, what they would love to have. And that is super valuable to you in your business, because you can charge more money, you have a better product, it's more sellable, you get more referrals, you get more renewals, and you grow your business without actually chasing new clients. And that's exactly how one of my clients confidently spent $4,000 on ads every single month, knowing that he's actually going to scale the business. And we've already made the money, and he's actually 10xing his investment because he knows the sales cycle and what it takes, and he knows all the numbers in the business. And the sixth mistake that I have seen over and over again, and we see it all over the world, people are focusing on acquisition, and all you need to grow your business, and the only way to do it is by getting more clients, more revenue, more profit, more clients, more case studies. But the problem is, you're also human, just like I am, and we also need sleep sometimes, so you can't work 24/7, and at some point you're gonna reach full capacity. And 90% of all coaches and consultants, they're only worried about where to find the next client, which means that they're actually forgetting the clients who have trusted them with their money, heart and soul. The consequence of your lack of fulfillment is the clients are unhappy. They wanna have a refund. They are extremely unfulfilled. They're not gonna renew. They're not gonna refer anyone. And you're gonna have a bad reputation, which holds you back from scaling your online coaching business further. And the way you actually avoid this mistake is by putting your clients first, making them happy. Always over-deliver in terms of the promise that you have actually made them. You wanna spend time creating content and serving your clients, and then outsource everything else. Because your number one goal should be to make them extremely happy. They need to have the best experience. People don't just buy the product, they buy the experience of working with you. They trust you, they like you, they really trust you with their entire soul, their money and their mind. So it's up to you to actually literally deliver on your promise and over deliver, do more of what expected. You wanna print a long-term vision so they actually stick around in your business, loving to work with you. Not just to work with them for the financial upside, but actually work with them because they really love to stick around and they want to continue working with you. The way you do that is by literally having a feedback loop, knowing exactly what works, what can be better, listening to your clients, they have the answers you're looking for to actually scale your business and make a very, very good product that delivers an incredible transformation. Because then I can guarantee you're gonna get happy clients, more referrals, more renewals, a better reputation, and so much proof of concept that you can literally pull yourself out of the coaching and just have a product, a video course, or anything like that, and it will sell like crazy and deliver an incredible transformation. Personally, my clients pay me on average $38,000 to work with me, and they work with me for more than 1.5 years. But don't just take my word for it. A few weeks ago, I was in Dubai and I met a billionaire. His biggest advice is that you need to always over-deliver in your coaching business. You wanna do more, do something that they don't expect. Become extra, become extraordinary. Really go the extra mile for your clients, because then I can promise you, and that's also what he promised, is that money's not gonna be a problem. The only problem you're gonna get and gonna have and deal with is where to put your money, because now you got so much of them. I went from 0 to 6 figures in my own coaching business, and I've helped coaches generate multiple 7 figures in their coaching business. And these 6 mistakes, once you correct them and actually optimize in your business, that is the path that I've used to scale more than 25K a month and helping clients scale way beyond 50K a month in their coaching business. So if you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, and if you want more feedback about how you can actually implement it in your business, what you can do is go down in the description and send me a message on Instagram. I would love to help you out and just give you feedback on how you can possibly do it. But other than that, if you're serious about scaling your business, take massive action, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.